phenomenal flow. 5 mil on YouTube in 6 months, never done before. Past all the competition, man. PewDiePie is next.
My name is Richard Hughes, and I am a sergeant in the military, and a survivor from Dunkirk. I remember when I was 24, standing in line with my fellow soldiers on the shore, awaiting for the arrival of the ships to take us away from this cruel, dreaded place. I was told by an officer that I need to wait for my turn to be evacuated. I had no more patience and decided to build a raft. I commanded some of my fellow comrades to help me build this raft, and we paddled towards a hospital ship, but another officer shouted to me that we should make our way to another ship because the ship was leaving. At the time we were under fire, but we did not care. As long as we got out of this horrific place and got home, we would be satisfied. As we made our way towards another ship, the hospital ship had blown up, killing everyone and destroying everything inside of it. Finally, we made it to a passenger ship, and we were brought home. This was something I wish could have been easier. I feel very ashamed we had to leave in such a pitiful way, by the ships of Englishmen off. It could not be considered a victory, but in a way, it felt like one.
Gucci gang, 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 Gucci gang. Spread their racks on new chain. My bitch love do.
My name is Tommy Brabin and I am a driver for the Royal Army Ordnance Corporation. I was sent to Belgium, and because of the German armed forces, I joined the retreat to Dunkirk. Unfortunately, the ship I was to retreat to was bombed and sank, which meant I was stranded on the beach. 11 other men and I were stranded on the same beach for 9 days. When we were rescued, I remembered how much we acted like savages. We fought over food, water, and shelter. Even though when we got back, we were given lots of gifts, we were all ashamed of ourselves. We have acted poorly and have retreated. This shall be counted as a personal loss. I feel sorrow for the ones that I have treated with poor manner and wish the best to them.
Oh yeah, the spider is poison, it won't bite. Oh look out,
My name is Thomas Causer and I joined the Royal Navy for the World Wars. During the evacuation at Dunkirk, the destroyer I was aboard, the HMS Grenade, was struck by a German bomb and was destroyed. I escaped to the ocean, but I was badly burned. When the ship was destroyed, oil spilled into the sea and caught on fire. I was then found and taken to a military tent hospital. I spent 3 months in oil to heal my wounds. During one of my operations, the hospital I was in was struck by another bomb and I was hit by a metal piece of shrapnel, which I kept as a souvenir to this day, which I find amazing. Dunkirk was a tragedy where around 400,000 troops were sent to a German beach and needed to retread back. Whenever they sent boats to the beach, they were bombed and approximately 60,000 troops died. Eventually, the rest of the troops made it back home by English boats of all kinds came to save these brave troops. This was major chaos, but around 340,000 stayed alive. What we have showed you were 3 army soldiers that are survivors, and their stories. In the minds of the survivors, they felt ashamed for having to retreat and they felt worse by being rescued by Englishmen, not in the army. Many pedestrians celebrated the return of these survivors, which did bring great delight to the soldiers.
Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed.